Today, I want to dive into trauma and the patterns that they birth within you. Hi, I'm Abigail from Energy Light Healing. Let's dive in. So, as a young kid, the way that I grew up in my life, I have an amazing mother and father who love to pour into me. Let me tell you, they love their children. They really, really do. They do their best to communicate it, to show it in their own particular way, right? But as a child, the way that I received love from them was by the things that I would do. So if I was doing well in school, lots of praise and attention. If I was doing my chores correctly, lots of praise and attention. If I was a doted daughter, if the things that I would do at church, the things that would please my parents, so much rewarded and a lot of like pats on the back, a lot of adoration. So this became my pattern. I thought that the way that love would enter into my life was only if I acted and I showed and I overdid, certain things in my expression of love towards other people. So it was a lot of people pleasing that entered into my life. And so the cycle would always be I would pour into a connection, like everything. I'm talking about gift giving, attention, affection, advice, all sorts of stuff. And I would pour it into this individual nonstop, right? Boom, 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 boom. This individual would get their fill, right? And we'd have this connection and we'd talk. And this could be for anyone, by the way, whether it was friendship, at work, at school, romantic, connections, etc. So they would get their fill, right? And we'd have this connection. It'd be so beautiful. We'd be like on it, right? And then all of a sudden it would start to die off. And when I would feel it die off, I was like, oh, something's happening. Here we go. I got to pour more into it so that way they can keep paying attention and we can have this connection and they won't leave, right? But eventually they would sort of disappear for a while. And I would drop into this like mind, game of they left because you're not good enough. They don't love you. You're not worthy of love. Look, even after everything that you did, even after everything that you poured into them, they still disappeared. Look at you. You don't mean anything. You're garbage. I believed all of that, by the way. I thought that that was true. So what would happen, right? I would be in my depth and this person would disappear. Then all of a sudden they'd start coming back. Little things that they would do slowly, right? It wasn't like right away, but out of the space of desperation. I was in my desert, right? Where there wasn't any water and they were offering me little drops and I was like, oh my God, they're back. Oh my God. You start feeling like this aliveness within you once again, and the pattern would begin all over again. And this manifested in so many different ways in my life. It's how I magnetized a lot of different connections into my life. And they were ready participants because of the avoidance that they were navigating within themselves too in their own wounds. We're all puzzle pieces to one another after all. As I grew, and especially through this journey of spiritual awakening and awareness and a lot of ahas that have entered into my life, I began to witness this pattern. And for the most part, there were so many different spaces where that pattern really ceased. But I even noticed it in my business, in the way that I would, sort of pour into my clients. And, it would be this, I'm giving you everything I got. You don't need to worry about nothing. It became very looped. Yeah. And then certain personal connections in my life, this one manifest as well. Spending some time with my parents once again now as an adult, in this era of my life, I started to witness how that pattern could begin once again. And it's nothing, they weren't trying to cause me any harm, it's just what they're used to. I had to reintroduce my parents to who I am today. And I find that I'm doing this in every connection in my life, all of them. My sibling, um, my close personal friends, my clients. Um, I get to show them where my boundaries stand. But I'm only able to do that because I have come into the space of genuine self-love, where I'm not seeking any of that love or validation or applying my worthiness or attaching my worthiness to anything external. It all always draws right back. It comes right back to self. It's found within. So, for today, my invitation for you, especially if you've navigated through something like this or are currently navigating through aspects of this, is what if what I am saying is actually resonating, if it's hitting a particular chord inside of you right now. My love, I pray that you are able to live in an existence of detached freedom, that you no longer feel or equate your value to anything that is external, whether it be the material, whether it be emotional, whether it be any form of stimulation that is being brought into your life that is only fulfilling very surface level needs, that isn't actually hitting you right at the core of you. I pray that you're able to come back to yourself, that you're able to reroute the GPS a little bit and come back into your heart, to witness the beauty of who you are, to genuinely see the worthiness of who you are, to understand that there is absolutely nothing, and absolutely no one externally that can create that within you. And when this is found, when this choice is made, there is absolutely nothing on the external that can shake that beautiful, firm foundation that you gave to yourself, that you created for yourself. Nothing can undo that kind of healthy nourishment. You will no longer witness poison that is entering into your life that is masquerade as a blessing. You will no longer welcome it in. You will no longer see people that dysregulate your nervous system, that create this kind of chaos within you, that have you feeling always in this fight or flight kind of situation. You'll no longer see them as people that belong in your life. Because you see, often what happens is that we grant people spaces in our lives. um, we hold them up in reverence, and we say, "You hold a very special place in my heart. You belong right here, and I honor you. I treasure you. I love you." And it isn't being reciprocated back. They waltzed into your life and didn't earn that space. But your wounds, the patterns that you've navigated under set, but this is normal. This is usually what happens. Reclaim those spaces within you, my love, so that the people that genuinely have earned that space in your life can take their proper seat. And then those that no longer resonate, no judgment there, by the way, they serve their purpose. They played a very important role in your life. So we don't hate on them, we don't judge them. They came when you needed them most, to reflect that space within you that needed to grow, that needed to be highlighted, that powerful flashlight that they were pouring into you. But we are able to let them go, to let them keep journeying, to let them do their own form of self discovery wherever life leads them. That's not up to you. Yeah. I pray that today you are able to do a form of self assessment, a bit of inventory check within yourself, and are able to reclaim those parts of you that you gave away pretty easily, by the way. Um, you are a powerful being, worthy of everything that is nourishing, that is consistent, that is loving, that is peaceful, that is filled with ease. Yeah, I love you so much. We'll connect back really soon, I promise. Have a beautiful day.